Hi friends, welcome back to Mimi's Mixed Bag. If this is your first video of mine, thank you for stopping by and I hope you like what you see. Today I'm bringing you a picture frame summer wreath. Now if your Dollar Tree is like mine, it stays wiped out most of the time, and I just looked around the store for a wreath form alternative and I decided to make one with this 11 by 14 picture frame. I've made these before, but not in a summer theme. And as you can see, maybe you can tell that I accidentally dropped it and broke the glass, which we're not going to need the glass or anything, so I'm just going to use just the black frame. Now I was inspired for this project when I came across this really cute summer kitchen tea towel at the Dollar Tree, and I tell you, they just get cuter and cuter every year. This one says Sunshine Kisses and Summer Wishes. I love the color scheme, the turquoise and orange and yellow. And then for the $3 I spent, I picked up this little pineapple trinket box thing, and I'm going to try to take this apart and use these as some embellishments on the wreath. Now the rest of the stuff is just for my stash, some turquoise paint and some ribbon to match whatever little tea towel that you pick up. So the first thing I need to do is go ahead and throw everything away and give my black frame a couple coats of turquoise paint. I'm going to take 2 or 3 coats to get complete coverage, and then I'll probably put a clear coat on it just so it doesn't look dried out and flat. Now just very little force, I was able to pull that trinket box apart, and here I'm left with 2 flat pineapples, and no one's even going to see the back. And I'm going to paint these 2 pineapples very similar to the little tea towel. Now I have these 3 little squares left from the actual box, and I'm going to take some sandpaper and try to curve the top 2 corners and try to make like a popsicle shape. If this doesn't work out, I've always got my 2 big pineapples for the wreath. I thought it'd be cute to try to make a couple popsicles to go with it. So when I come back to you, my wreath will be ready to go, and I'll have my little wood embellishments painted. Okay, I want to show you that just in a couple minutes I took some coarse sandpaper and was able to get the corners smooth, but I really want a more rounded shape. So here I'm on my driveway and I'm just going to keep scraping it around. In just a minute or so I was able to get a lot more of a popsicle shape, and I'm going to take some sandpaper and finish it out. I want to show you how I'm going to finish out my pineapples. I taped off some diamonds with washi tape and paint it yellow, and then pull the tape off and then do my green toppers. Alright, my frame is almost dry. Got my pineapples done. Messed up right here just a little bit, but that happens to be where a bow is going to go, so that'll be totally covered up. I'm just going to do one popsicle. I got to glue a popsicle stick at the end of that, and that'll be super cute. Alright, the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and cut up my tea towel. This edge is already hemmed, so I'm going to cut just above the words and match this bottom piece and fold it under, and I need to do a little press to get the wrinkles out. Got it pressed and folded down, and the top matches the bottom. And look, I've got a good 12 by 12 inch piece of polka dot material for a future project. That's super cute, and I could even make a rag strip bow or something to go with it, but I just happen to be using some ribbon out of my stash. So I need to let this dry just a little bit more, and I'll come back and I'm going to attach this little strip onto my frame. Okay, I'm going to show you the front, and then here in the back, all I did was run a bead of hot glue and folded it over, and I'm going to cut off this excess, okay? And I also want to show you that, I don't know if one is showing, but these little metal tabs that were holding the cardboard and glass in, I just folded those back so they would be smooth across the back. So I'm going to cut this extra flaps off, and I'll have my wreath sign on the front. Alright, the next step is I'm going to hot glue my little wood embellishments. Here's my pineapple, just somewhere that I think that looks good. And then for my second pineapple, I'm going to put this down here, kind of slant it a little bit, but since I messed that part up, that's where the bow is going to go. So let me hot glue these up, hot glue a bow on there, and then I'll be ready to show you. I thought I'd come back on real quick and just show you a real quick tutorial on how I'm creating the bow with different ribbons for the project. You need at least 6 pieces of ribbon, 24 inches, like 2 in each design. Okay, I'll start with the turquoise one. This is what we're basically doing, is we're folding it down about halfway, squeezing it together, and just keep it between your thumb and index finger. We're going to end up just zip tying a bunch of loops together. I'm going to alternate the loops. could use a rubber band, but a zip tie works the best because you know it's good and tight. So now you have all these tails. You're going to trim off your zip tie, play around with your loops until you get the bow you want. You're going to have all these tails hanging down, hot glue or wire on your project. All right, friends, we're here on my back patio. This is where I hang the wreaths to show you before I find a permanent home. I'm going to move in a little closer here so you can see just how cute this turned out. This is an adorable way to jazz up your door for the summer. So I hope you're lucky enough to find the little pineapple trinket box and this exact tea towel and make yourself a picture frame wreath. Hope you enjoyed watching this as much as I did making it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back in a few days. Bye-bye.